Good evening, my friends. I was just at a training session and asking circuit judges sorts of questions in front of a crowd. And one of the thing that I asked them was that I work as a provider of legal services. And I asked them, why is it that there's such a double standard when it comes to arresting and charging law enforcement officers when they cross the line and go rogue and beat somebody up or choke somebody until they pass out or beat them to a pulp. That it seems that in all or most of the cases where I've seen in the news and all that stuff, and I specifically told them that we're talking about videotape of them, not from necessarily just private citizens, but also in cases where there's major newscasters filming them live. I don't think I used the live part, but I did use the video. And even when there's video of them beating them up, why is it that if I do something like that, you, me, anybody do something like that, and we're caught on video, we automatically get arrested? And I mean, personally, we're talking about people who are already detained. They're already in handcuffs. They're not a threat. They're probably facing down sometimes. I've seen videos of people facing down and people beating them up. Most of the time they're minorities, black or Hispanic. Why is it? I mean, if I did something like that on video, I'd handcuff somebody and beat them, punch them, kick them on the head or on the ribs or something. I got caught on video, I'll probably get charged with attempted murder or something like that. And yet when it comes to police officers, all they get is an administrative leave, most of them paid leave. And right away, every time I ask a tough question like that to judges when I go as part of my training in front of a bunch of people, they fall right into their lawyer training. And they go, oh, that's the media blowing it out of proportion. Mind you, this is video stuff. Oh, they're trying to tell the story they go right into lawyer, and then they go into, well, remember that we don't charge people, meaning I only work here, I don't charge people, I just see what the state attorney brings in front of me. And then there came the other judges who said that yes, I have sentenced police officers to prison, one of them for raping and all that, and that's all fine and dandy. That's great that they get caught, and the ones that go rogue, they get caught. And I mentioned the fact that I have seen on video this appalling murder of a Hispanic male by 5 police officers in Oklahoma. And everybody, first of all, they're reluctant to ask their public servants the tough questions. And I want to encourage the people to ask the tough questions, because it's not about I personally, nobody likes not being liked or being shunned for asking tough questions, or being treated like the oddball or the person who's always talking about the negative stuff. Personally, I think that if you are able to see the negative in a system, you should point it out so that it gets fixed. Because I don't think it's just about us. Me personally, I can handle being pulled over by a racist cop, and probably I can handle being beat up. I've been, in the past railroaded by the system, and I had to fight him. But the thing is, if you don't fight back, if you think that, oh, that doesn't happen to me, oh, that's not my problem, oh, I'm not black, oh, I'm not Hispanic, Guess what? That's got nothing to do with it these days. Yes, let me take that back. Black males, young males, get arrested 10 times more than white males. So it does. So it is a racist system. The proof is in the numbers. But if we don't question and if we don't corner these people and confront them with the racist, classist system that we have in the United States, it will not be in their face, in front of their peers and the people who pay their salaries, and they will not be accountable for anything. And we have to bring it to their. And whenever you go to a city council meeting or any type of court proceeding where the judges are available for questioning or whatever, ask the tough questions. Let them know that you're not asleep, that you're informed, that you're holding their feet to the fire, so that they know that the system is wrong. So that whenever they decide to perhaps maybe run for office or something like that, and they have the opportunity to make a change, perhaps as a legislator or something like that. Now I'm using a little way too much. How do you call it? Positivity or optimism. I don't personally think that people, especially the people who work inside the system, change after a while. I think they're going to keep their personal views, and those judges who believe that that most of the propaganda of abusive cops is a result of the media, they're not all of a sudden going to change their opinion when they become legislators, if they do. But at least it'll be in their head, in their mind. And there were cops there and everything, and one of them's retired. I started a conversation with him in one of the training sessions, and right away, they go he starts like, well, there may be the angle of the camera that you didn't view. It's like, wouldn't it be nice if we all got the same, doubtful treatment when there's video evidence of us in front of a judge? Maybe the judge, maybe the police, maybe say, well, when somebody brings video evidence of you punching somebody to the police, like, well, maybe that was the wrong angle. We can't arrest them on that. We have to do an investigation. That's not how it works. If somebody even accuses you without video evidence, you get arrested. That's the way it goes. Yet when it comes to police officers, they get administrative leave, if that. Like in the case of Rodney King, they beat the crap out of this person on video, and they got away with it. The jury did not convict him, and look what happened with the riots and stuff. Which, by the way, the riots, if the police commissioners and the people have had police presence in Compton, that would have not happened. They abandoned that neighborhood. They knew that was going to lead, that if they left that neighborhood, it was going to go into riots. And they abandoned that neighborhood. They abandoned the people they swore to protect. That was insult to injury after the system failed those people. So basically, I think the way to stop this is to all of us educate ourselves more, all of us read more. Maybe instead of playing 6 hours of Xbox, you can play 5 and read a little bit on your constitutional rights. I mean, the system is designed to keep the people uneducated, culturally illiterate, so that you don't know what's going on around you, and they can just do whatever they want. And they can incarcerate away the people that can't defend themselves, and profit the corporations who handle the private corporations who handle the prisons. It's basically cattle to draw blood from. But the way to step out of the cattle mentality is to educate ourselves, to read, not just to find what's wrong, but also to find solutions of how we can change the system. Because when we're gone, your children, my nephews, my nieces, the little ones that are coming up, so that when they're grown, they don't have to face the same abuses that we up until now are and continue to suffer, minorities. This is a very, very, very dear to my heart topic, because I am Puerto Rican. I am a minority, and and my grandfather was black Puerto Rican. Not that I knew he was black. I knew he was black after I grew up. As far as when I came here, that there was a distinction between black people and white people in this country. I didn't know that when I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. That was not taught to us. My grandpa was my grandpa, and he happened to be black, and I never saw him with a color. And my grandma was white, and I didn't know she was white. She was my grandma. That wasn't until I came here that when I was in my late teens. But I urge you to educate yourselves and fight peacefully. With education, and just throw it in their face. Throw your education in their face, and don't talk to cops without an attorney present. I'm not a lawyer, and that's not legal advice, but that's what I would do. Peace.